My values are not outcome driven. All right. So in other words, my values aren't based on what the other person will or won't do. Clinically speaking, we would call that an external locus of control, something outside of myself. No, my values are integrity driven. And I actually see there, Catherine put a comment. I found values that were grouped into general categories. Interesting. Mine all fell into integrity category. I have a little different take on that. I do believe in grouping values according to categories. I think that that's really helpful. I'm going to talk about that later. So I talk about all values as being integrity driven and not outcome driven. So integrity is about wholeness. Think about the word integer. If you remember from math, an integer is a whole number, no decimal, no fraction. So it's a whole. Integrity, integrated, it's all the same Latin root there. It's about being whole, which is about me. So in other words, my values are not about getting a certain reaction or response from my wife. Instead, my values are about staying true to who I want to be and how I want to show up, regardless of how another person responds. So in other words, values, just to get practical here for a minute, values are what end up often giving people the courage to go ahead and set a boundary that the other person may not like. Fear about this boundary, I have fear that you may react poorly to it, but I can set this boundary because it's rooted in my own values